So why shoot in a flat profile or a log profile? When you color grade, the more information you have, the more data you have to color grade. Now we have a whole separate course on how to film, so we're not going to go too deep into this. But the main points are, the dynamic range is the number of shades between black and white. The more dynamic range means more shades in between the blacks and whites. The more shades you have, the more details in the shadows and highlights you can collect. For color, there are 3 channels: red, green, and blue. They all have the range between black and white, so it acts exactly the same. A flat image, also known as a S-log or a log image, retains more information in the highlights and shadows. The shadows look lighter and the highlights look darker, so the image looks flat, as there's not a lot of contrast. Depending on the camera you use, they're named slightly differently. So Sony is S-log, Canon is C-log, and Nikon I think is N-log. If you're using a phone or a mirrorless camera and not shooting in a flat profile, this will use a baked-in picture profile, which means that the camera will apply a look to the image and make that what it thinks is natural. Third-party apps for the phone will allow you to shoot in a flat or log profile, and choosing a log profile on your mirrorless camera allows you to do the same. So why does the image look milky and flat? It looks this way as it doesn't have much contrast between the shadows and the highlights. This has to be added in post-correction. Then why, you might say, don't we just use a built-in picture profile? Well, you can, it's a matter of taste. But shooting in a log or flat profile allows the capture image to have much more information. And this means you have more data available to you when color grading. All that extra information allows you to control or push colors and shades around before they fall apart. For example, the dark shadows just look exactly like blocky, noisy mess. So we want as much data as we can get if you're color grading. Another quick mention is 8-bit versus 10-bit. Again, this refers to how many colors are captured when you're filming your video. Even the latest phones can capture in 10-bit and Apple ProRes these days. Color, as we said, is made up of 3 channels in cameras: red, green, and blue. 8-bit captures 256 colors in red, 256 colors in green, and 256 colors in blue. This gives us over 16 million color ranges. However, 10-bit captures 1,024 colors of red, 1,024 colors of green, and 1,024 colors of blue, and that gives us over 1 billion colors. So if you know you're going to color grade specifically, try to capture in a flat or log profile, and if your camera has it, capture in 10-bit. And this will give you as much information, data as you can, so that color grading, you'll have a lot more data and information to play with to push that color around. Let's move on to the next lesson.